What is shaking, people? Seder here. It is a beautiful day. This car next to me is super loud. Yeah, so what was I saying? It's a beautiful day out. Yeah, I think that dude in that car was yelling at me, but I didn't want to acknowledge him. Anyway, it is gorgeous out. I had to go ride because, I mean, I'm not even going in. I don't even know where I'm going. Literally just driving because it's nice. I'm gonna stay in the city because I like to do that. Doing good. How's everyone's coronavirus lockdown going? Huh? I think today is May 15th, I think, 14th. And I believe like Wisconsin just totally opened up. They were like, fuck all the rules. And people like went straight to bars. Like packed themselves into bars. So I'm sure that's gonna go over well for all them people. Man, that dude's dangerous. So yeah, Wisconsin's gonna be a shit show in the next like I don't know, month or so, because they just decided like to open everything back up. I think it's Wisconsin. No rules, no masks, no nothing. They're just doing their thing. We are on a tiered schedule here, and I believe tier 2 or phased schedule. Sorry, I believe phase 2 starts Monday, which will allow certain restaurants to open back up if they follow the rules, which the rules are really weird. Like, I was looking at them this morning, and they have to have barriers between the tables. Phase 1 was like businesses that don't interact with the public and stuff, and opening up different healthcare things. I know that was part of it. I don't know. I'm not changing nothing. I don't trust it. I will trust it when I know that I've had the Rona and got over it, or when there's a vaccine and I can go get vaccinated. And sorry it's been so long. I was gonna do these pretty regularly, but I went out and recorded one. It was like 2 hours long too. And it was like, God, I'm gonna have to edit all this down. But my GoPro freaked out and just ate the footage. And it was about a big topic that I would like to cover on this channel at some point, but I think I tried to just blanket cover. Ooh, that is a pretty car. Do you see this thing? That is gorgeous. I want it. Sorry, that was crazy. It's a very pretty vehicle. Yeah, it's a very large topic, and I don't think my my thoughts were necessarily clear on it. And I tried to cover the whole thing, like tried to cover this huge topic in one video, and I just don't think it's possible. But it is something I want to talk about on this channel, and I have some opinions. I'm an opinionated asshole. We'll cover that big topic when I figure out a better way to do this, which I wanted to ask you guys. I want to thank you all, first of all, everyone who's watched. I love that you guys are watching these. I know some of you don't like the motovlog thing, and that's totally, I get it. Especially long ones. I can't even watch other motovloggers who go for too long. So I totally get it. And motovlogging itself, like watching someone on a motorcycle, is very much just something that motorcyclists do, right? That's not a normal thing. So I get it. It's just, this is a really easy setup for me, because you guys get video. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Everyone's an idiot. Holy cow. That was just dumb. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this is just a really easy setup for me, because I got a mic in here, I got my camera, I have all of the gear to do like a more of like a talking head sort of video. It's just weird. It's weird. I've put myself out on the internet. I mean, I had a podcast for 5 years, right? Like, it's not like I'm weird about being out there or anything. There's something very different about the idea of being on video that I'm not really, I don't know. I'm still trying to get my head around it, so we'll see. I do have all the gear though, and there are some videos that I want to do that like I literally can't do on a bike, right? I've got some unboxing videos coming that I would like to do, hopefully here end of the month, beginning of the month, something like that. I want to do something with this channel, but I don't know what. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's interesting about me, if anything. Maybe nothing. Maybe I'm not interesting. I just need to stop. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. I do want to make these kind of a regular deal though. At least see if I can, while I'm not working, at least see if I can do like one a week. Even if they don't really have a topic, just as kind of a routine. I am a creature of routine and habit, and I think getting in the habit of making a video every week would be not a bad habit to get into. So that might be a thing that I'm gonna work for. I mentioned in, I think, one of the last videos that I deal with depression and stuff, which is normally not a big thing, but this quarantine is definitely like, it's not even like normal depression anymore. It's like its own weird corona depression. And I think it's just because it's not just me, right? And it's not just depression, but it's like the whole world's unraveling. Everybody's going through it. It's like a pandemic depression that we're collectively going through as an entire species right now. People are like, we're losing our business, the economy. We're so trained to believe that we are only as valuable as how much money we make. And it's sad. It's sad that people are legitimately picking up rifles and threatening to kill governors and stuff because that is so ingrained in them that they can't imagine a world where they don't have an income. And it's just, it's weird to me. It's a very, very weird thing. I don't like thinking about the world that way. I don't like thinking about myself in terms of how much money I make. I try to, you know, my goal has always been, I want enough money that I don't have to think about money. Right? And I don't want to be rich, and I don't want to like buy houses and cars and anything crazy like that. I spent a lot of my life really poor, and money, when you're legit poor, when you're really poor and not like silver spoon in the mouth poor, it's money is all you think about, because you're constantly doing math in your head trying to figure out, like, are you going to have enough money to pay the bills? If you do, are you going to have enough money to eat? Are you going to have to pick one or the other? Like that constant math. And when the less money you have, the more your brain just like chews on that math, trying to figure out how to make all the numbers fall in line, right? And you get to that point where there is no way that you're ever going to get that equation to work. And it just sucks. It sucks being in a place where, you know, I worked a job here. I worked there for a while. When I started, they started me a minimum wage, which this was a while ago. I believe minimum wage has gone up since then. But that first year I made $12,000. The whole year. I had a house, so I had a mortgage payment. You know, luckily I bought my car. The car was paid off because it was a hand-me-down, basically. I mean, I paid for it, but it was a used car that I bought for $4 grand off someone or something. But like, even the house payment, like, there were months where I had to call and ask my parents for help because I didn't have the money to pay my own house payment. And that's just super depressing. Having to, and luckily I have kind of a net in place to catch me when I screw up like that, because Lord knows, you know, I have been there for sure and have gotten caught a couple times, and I feel really bad because I know I have friends and stuff who don't have that safety net. And like, there are times in my life where I don't know if I would be alive today if that safety net didn't exist. So I feel really bad for the people who don't have it. It's awful. But I also feel like we're supposed to be the greatest country in the world. I would beg to differ at the moment. But that sort of like weird nationalism, pro-America stuff, I mean, I get it. I get it. The reason we made it through World War II was because of that patriotism, that idea, this idea that we are the greatest nation in the world, and we all have to do our part. But then stuff like this happens with the coronavirus, and like, we are just pampered little babies anymore. I don't understand. I don't understand how staying home, just stay home, how that can be such an affront that you're saying that your freedoms are being taken away because they've said staying at home will keep people from dying, and you're like, fuck you, I don't care about you or your family or friends. I want to go out, and I don't want my life to have changed. I want everything to be exactly how it was. And it's just childish. Like, this generation never would have made it through the war. And these people call themselves like patriots and freedom fighters and blah, 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 the freedom movement. There's nothing freedom about it. The difference is when the freedoms that we've been granted in this country come with responsibilities. And like, some of those responsibilities are stuff that these freedom people, you know, they chant about. If the government ever goes sideways, the reason we need these guns is because it is our responsibility as free people to fix that. That's a whole ball of wax I don't even want to try to unwind. The idea that you and your little AR collection is going to stop the government and the military. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. That's just where my head's been the last couple days. There's just been a lot of like really bad news. And it's a little like overwhelming. I need to get off the news feeds. I've kind of hit the bottom of YouTube. I've hit that point of my lockdown where, I mean, I'm sure there's stuff on YouTube to watch that I would be interested in or whatever. But I've gone through all the backlogs of all the channels that I follow. I don't know. I find myself sitting there like legitimately not enjoying myself. That dude looked mad. I find myself sitting there watching videos but not really enjoying myself, just watching them because it's something to do. Like, it's sad, but I need another hobby. But I have so many. It's just all my hobbies cost money, and that is something I don't have right now. I thought about buying some leather, because I have like whole leatherworking kit, and I have this online store now. And I was like, why don't I like make wallets and stuff? That might be cool. Because I like working with my hands. Like, after almost a decade of programming every day, like doing something with my hands feels really good. And especially like when you're done and there's something physical that you've created, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling that is not the same. It's a very different high. Oh, hi, little ducky. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, buddy. Ducks. Yeah, it's a very different feeling than like getting programming to work correctly. Like code is a pain in the ass, and it is very, very, very frustrating. Programming as a hobby or a job or whatever is just super frustrating. But even getting a piece of software to work that you've been working on forever, like, it doesn't have the same feeling, let's try not to die, as actually creating something with your hands. I've thought about doing something like that, but again, it's like investing in, like, leather is not cheap. It is very expensive. And I have, I think, pretty much everything else I would need. I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about that either. I don't really have a point to this video. Like, I didn't set out with a specific sort of thing in mind to talk about, which I think shows. Just kind of a brain dump, really. I mean, that's 100% just sort of where I'm at the moment. All over the place, it seems. Yeah, so I'm thinking I would like to grow this channel too. Like, I like doing these videos. I like editing them. I need to get better at it. I'm pretty bad. I will admit I'm very bad. But I enjoy the process of it. It actually reminds me a lot of working with audio, and it's that whole linear or non-linear editing. Same process, so it's like the same sort of layouts and the programs and things. And there's just something about, like, I've spent so much time in that sort of linear editing mind frame that whether it's audio or video or whatever, like, it's like a zen place for me. I will say it's hard looking at myself or like listening to myself over and over again. But again, I did the podcast for 5 years, so I'm kind of used to that too. It's not my favorite thing in the world, for sure. Especially when I'm an idiot and say dumb things. But it's not the worst either. Worst. Bratwurst. Words are weird, man. I've babbled to you guys enough, though. I feel like I'm gonna have to try to figure out what this episode is about after an hour of me babbling about different topics. And I apologize for that. Kind of all over the place. I do want to kind of structure this stuff a little more. Actually have topics and points and things. And yeah, let me know if you would rather me do more of a talking head situation. Like, I have all the gear and I can set it up and do it. I just haven't, because this is a super convenient way to put a video together. Instead of having to bust out lights and cameras and actions. But I could totally do that. I'd do that for you guys. I love you guys. And also, what should I talk about? I have some ideas, but what do you guys want to know? Do you have questions for me? Is there a story that you know about me that you would like me to tell? Alright, I'm gonna go on and call this video done. I don't really have much else to talk about. So yeah, let me know what you think about video ideas. What do you want me to do? I will be your monkey. I will dance for you. Just tell me what music you want me to play. What music should I dance to? Alright everyone, stay safe out there. Don't let the Rona catch you. Or don't catch the Rona. I don't know. One of them. Don't get sick. Be safe. Wear a mask. and stay out of bars. Come on, people. Anyway, love you guys. Peace. Be safe. And see you next time. Sure, my butt is sweaty. Come on. Do. Oh God, that's my ass. Get it, man. Get it, buddy. I need to make a Get It, Buddy t-shirt. Would anyone buy that? Get it, buddy. 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 Get it, buddy.